finally. Okay. Good morning, ladies. Slept okay? Yes? Yeah. It's a microphone. Yeah. Yeah, so I forgot you, you didn't, the first breakfast? Yes. I was telling the ladies that we'll be filming the classes, and then we'll put them up online so that you have access to them as well. Okay? So welcome, good morning, good morning. Today will be your kind of first class of the training, all right? If your body's still kind of adjusting to being here, just feel free to, take any breaks that you need. This practice is always for you. So if you need to drop down into child's pose or shavasana, sometimes those are my best classes, all right? Modify for whatever you need, and then use your props whenever you need, okay? When you're placing your props, what we always suggest is you place them about halfway up your mat or more towards the front of the mat. That way you have kind of easy access to them, all right? Unless you're starting out with the blocks or any kind of props you're going to use. Okay, so we're going to start in Shavasana, so you can go ahead and lie down.
Is mine like upside down?
Yes, it is. Yep. It would be fine. It'd just be a little, it would probably be a little slippery.
It just had this tacticals.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And then once you lie down, take a couple moments, settle in, maybe shift around, adjust whatever you feel you might need to adjust. And then begin to send your focus to your breath. Okay, simply noticing the breath, following the breath as it enters through the nose, travels down through the lungs, and then following the breath as it exits your body. And then in this moment, take some time to check in. So check in with the physical body. Notice how the limbs, the arms, the legs, the back body, the front body is feeling. Check in with the mental body. Notice thoughts. And then lastly, check in with the spiritual body. So how are you feeling in this moment? And bring your focus back to your breath. And start to deepen the breath. Creating length, inviting depth and quality into each inhale and exhale. Feeling with every inhale, the side body expanding. Every exhale, a softening. Almost like things come back into place. And begin to invite movement into the body. You can start to wiggle through the toes, the fingers, maybe point and flex the feet, stretching the toes away from you and then drawing them towards you. And then begin to grow that. You can reach the arms towards the entrance, stretching fingers away from toes, toes away from fingers. Good. Take a nice inhale here. And then as you exhale, draw your knees to your chest and give them a little hug. You can invite more movement here, rocking side to side. You can stay in the stillness. Just kind of notice what this feels like. Notice how your body is feeling. Beautiful. And then keep the right knee hugging in towards your chest. Release the left foot to the mat. Good. Okay, so the foot will be flat and the knee will be bent. Here you go. Victoria, yeah, Selena, there you go. Beautiful. Okay, and then start to draw that right knee towards the outer ribs on the right side. Okay, start to open up through the inner groin area. Just notice. And then whatever bind you can find, go ahead and either hold on to the ankle or the sole of the foot. The sole of the foot will face up towards the ceiling. So you can draw the knee back in if you need to, otherwise reach through the inner knee. Yeah, you're good. Grab a hold of the ankle, the outside of the foot. Okay? And you're going to do that with the right hand. But that would be interesting. I was like, oh, I want to see where she's going to go with that. And then once you have that, bend the knee once again. Okay. You're going to draw it towards the outer ribs. Okay, sole of the foot will be up towards the ceiling. Yep. No, you get sole of the foot faces up towards the ceiling. Everyone's tired this morning. Sole of the foot up there. We go. Okay. Bend the knee, Selena. Bend the knee. The knee. Bend. Bend. Bend the knee. Yep. Okay, good. And then with that bent knee and with the hold that you have, I want you to think of drawing the knee down towards the ground, like try to bring it towards the ground, but resist that and try to press the back of the leg, the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Okay? Notice if your shoulder is lifting up, the right shoulder. Try to release that. Use the right shoulder to kind of draw the foot down a little bit more. Good. Beautiful. And then go ahead and release that. Cross the right ankle, okay, over the left knee. Right ankle over the left knee. Good. Beautiful. And then flex the right foot, so draw the toes towards the knee. Draw the left knee into your chest, and then reach in between your legs with the right hand, outside the leg with the left hand, and find your bind. Good. Beautiful. Okay, and then here with the bind, I want you to draw the left knee closer towards you. Okay. But at the same time, think of moving the right knee away from you. Okay, so we get a little bit of active resistance here to start to open things up. Good. Beautiful. Yeah, you're good. Release the bind, keep the cross of the legs, place the left foot on the mat. Yep. Open the arms out to the side. Okay. And then I want you to send your focus to your right foot and then start to place the right foot to the left side of your mat. So just allow the knees to go with you. You're going to stay with the cross. Yep, there you go. Right foot touches down. There you go. Good. Okay. And then once it's down, you can play with either seeing what it feels like to draw the right knee towards the left side of the mat or move the right inner knee towards me. No, you're not going to use your hand. No. Yeah, you're good. It's very subtle. You'll barely move. Okay. Depending on kind of what's going on with your hips. Beautiful. And then leading with the left foot, I want you to bring the left foot flat back to the mat. So that will bring you back to right where you started. So you stay with the cross. Good. And then release. Release the cross. Good. Hug the knees once again into the chest, both knees. Take a moment here, reset. Good. And then keep the left knee hugging in. Place the right foot to the mat. And then start to draw the left knee towards the outer ribs. Okay, so remember the other side, the foot was flat on the extended leg. So both Victoria and Selena bend the knee and place the foot flat to the ground. There you go. Yep, there you go. Beautiful. And then same thing we did on the other side. We're going to take half happy baby. All right. So you're going to reach with the left hand to whatever you can bind. Okay. And then start to send the sole of the foot facing towards the ceiling. Keep the bend in the knee. Okay. If you reach from the inside or you let your elbow slide to the inside of the knee, that will actually help you. Okay. Open up a little bit more. And then same thing we did on the other side. I want you to start to dig into some active resistance here. Think of drawing the left knee down. Okay? And resist that. Try to bring the sole of the foot a little bit closer to the ceiling. Good. Use the left shoulder. Try to draw it down to kind of dig a little deeper. And then release the bind. Cross the left knee or left ankle over the right. Okay? And then half pigeon here. So draw the right knee towards your chest. Reach to the inside and the outside of the leg. Yeah, and find your bind. Good. Okay. And then once you have that, once again, draw the knee towards you. Okay. And then think of trying to move the left inner knee away from you. Flex the left foot. And notice whatever you notice. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. Good. Okay. And then place the right foot to the mat. Okay, release the bind, uncross the legs. Good. Bring the knees again once again into the chest. Give yourself a little hug. Yeah, you can rock kind of side to side, forward and back. Just invite whatever movement feels good to you. And then we're going to start to grow this a little bit more. I want you to start to, keep the knees into your chest. No, we're not. Oh, we didn't. Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay, yep. Thank you. Cross the left knee. Thank you. Sorry. I got ahead of myself. I got too excited. Okay. And then come into your cross. So lead with that left foot and bring it to the ground. Good. Arms out to the side. Okay. And then if you have people beside you, you can bend the elbows. Okay. Good. And then same thing here. I want you to play with, maybe drawing the knee towards you, the left knee, or drawing the knee, moving the knee away from you. And just notice whatever you notice. Beautiful. And then let's start to lead with the right foot. Bring the right sole of the foot flat to the mat. So that'll draw you back to where you started. Release the cross and hug the knees into your chest. Now we can go there. Good. Beautiful. Now once you're here, start to invite some more movement. Okay. And I want you to start to rock back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so forward and back, yes. All right, we're going to start to grow this movement. Grow the movement, grow the movement. Good. Okay. Start to make it bigger and bigger and bigger until you eventually start to roll up, okay, and then roll back. Okay. And then continue with that. So roll all the way up and then roll all the way back. Okay. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to start to use your core with this. Okay, keep rocking and rolling. As you roll up, don't let your feet touch down. Kind of hover them, yes, and then rock back. Good. And now try this without your hands. Ooh, and see what happens. Good. It's always, oh, yeah. It's like, oh, those muscles. Okay. Do it one more time. Okay. And we're going to pause at the top. Pause at the top. Good. Okay. So a little hover. If you need to place your hands, you can place them gently behind your thighs. Like, what are these called? Those are your thighs. Good. Okay, beautiful. Now from here, I want you to lift the heart. Like, try to reach the heart as high as you can towards the ceiling. Notice what that does. Maybe release the little hold you have and lean back just a little bit more. Notice what starts to wake up. And then once again, lift the heart. Little shaking. I'm shaking. Anyone shaking? Are you shaking with me? Yes? Good. Okay, I'm not alone. Good. And then go ahead and place the feet down. Give yourself a little hug at the back of the spine round. Good. Okay. And then lift the tip of the nose, lift the chin, lift the gaze. Bring your hands behind you, and then just allow the knees to kind of rock side to side. Good. Okay. Invite whatever movement. You can make it as big or as small as you like. Good. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Then do one more, whatever side you're on. Good. Okay. And then go ahead and come to a cross-legged seat. Okay. Beautiful. All right, once you're there, I want you to place your fingertips alongside your hips. Use that connection to start to press the ground away from you. So lift the heart. Imagine that you're growing your spine. And then once you have that, keep that lift. Start to walk your hands forward, 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 until you come into your fold. Okay? Whatever that fold is for you. All right. You release the palms towards the mat. You can let the forearms get heavy. And then I really want you to let the head get heavy, so we kind of find some length into the back of the neck. Good. And then notice whatever you notice here. And then with your breath, I want you to send your breath into your back body. Feel the whole back side, the sides of your ribs on the right and left expand with every inhale, and then soften with every exhale. Then begin to lift the gaze. Okay. Then start to walk your hands to the right side of the room. Go as far as feels okay for you. Once you have that, I want you to try to slide the ground away from you. So you send that left hip down and then come into your fold. Let yourself settle here. Let the head get heavy. Good. Okay. Then start to lift the gaze again. Bring the right hand so it's more in line with your hip, your right hip. Okay, so Mackenzie, you'll kind of draw it back. Yeah, there you go. Once you have that, I want you to use that to press the ground away from you, lift your chest, and then float your left hand up towards the ceiling. Turn the palm towards the right side of the room. Good. And then start to reach. Good. You can invite some softness into this right arm. Let the elbow bend. Good. Okay. And then if you notice your left hip, your left sit bone starting to lift, I want you to use this connection. Try to slide the ground away from you. Good. With the right hand. Beautiful. Okay. I want you to take this right hand, place it to the outside of your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Sorry. Lift the chest. Bring the right fingertips behind you. Okay. Now I want you to stay on the right fingertips. Kind of bring them close towards your sacrum, towards your tailbone. Press the ground away from you, lift the spine, and then move from the right elbow, shoulder drop behind you. Okay. And for this morning, typically people will gaze back. What I want you to do this morning is gaze down your front shoulder, so down your left shoulder. Yes. There you go. No, that left. Yeah. Good. Yes. Yep. That was good. Beautiful. And then unravel, come back to center. Let's switch to cross and do the other side. Okay, so fingertips beside your hips. All right, use that connection. Press the mat away from you, lift the heart. Good. And then walk the hands forward once you have that length. Once you go as far forward as what is your forward fold, let yourself soften. Okay, let the forearms get heavy. Let the head get heavy. Okay, send the breath into the back body, feeling it expand and soften. Good. And then lift the gaze. Okay, walk the hands towards the left, going as far as feels okay for you. Once you're there, try to slide the ground away from you so that the sit bones stay nice and solid. And then bend the elbows, let yourself soften here. And notice the breath as well. As soon as we kind of constrict the body, the breath can get a little funky. Try to keep it expansive. Invite quality, depth. Good. Okay, start to lift the gaze. Line the left hand up with the left hip. Good. And then start to press the ground away from you to lift the body up, reach the right hand up, turn the palm towards the left, and then fold. Good. Beautiful. And once again, notice the breath. Okay. Use this connection of the left hand down. Try to slide the ground away from you. Okay, that'll keep the right sit bone grounded. Okay, and then bring the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Lift the torso, bring the left hand behind you. Okay. Once again, press the ground away from you, lift the heart, and then draw the left elbow and shoulder behind you and gaze down the right shoulder. Yeah. And then let's do one more breath here. Go ahead and unravel. All right. Find your way onto your hands and knees. Now we don't have anything to soften the knees. All right. We're going to ask for towels tomorrow so that we make sure we have some. Okay. So we're going to move into some cat-cows here. All right. So either tops of the feet down or toes tucked under, whatever feels good for you. Okay. Spread the fingers and then start to use the connection of whatever is touching. I want you to start to press the mat away from you, start to round the spine, draw the chin towards your chest, draw your hip bones towards your ribs, coming into your cat pose. Think of like a Halloween cat, an angry cat. Good. And then we're going to reverse that going into our cow. I want you to lift your chin up towards the ceiling, draw the upper arm bones back, the tailbone tilts up. Good. And then let's invite breath into this. So take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, press and round through the spine, draw the chin towards your chest. And then as you inhale, lift the chin, tip of the nose up towards the ceiling. Draw the upper arm bones back. Yes, tailbone tilts. And then continue to move with your breath. So coming back to your cat as you exhale. And then inhale into your cow. Good. Okay. And I want you to find a bit of flow with the breath. Okay. Sometimes when we start to invite breath into movement, we actually pause at the end of the inhale and the beginning of the exhale. I want you to flow them just like waves, one into another, so that the movement becomes a bit more fluid. Okay. Even think of the names of the postures. So how does a cat move? You know, how does a cow move as it's moving through the fields? There's that gentle swaying. The cat has that kind of feline quality to its movement, almost like it doesn't have bones. Good. Beautiful. Let's do one more round here. Okay. And then you'll meet back in table. I want you to tuck the toes under. Okay. Start to walk the hands back. And then come for a little seat, a little foot stretch. Okay. Always nice, or maybe not so nice after traveling. And then notice if one foot feels a little bit different than the other. To me, today, my left foot I'm not feeling, my right foot for sure, like deep stretch. Okay. Notice if you want to kind of move away from this, what I want you to think about is letting the hips kind of get heavy. Okay. We can hold conversations with our bodies, all right? The body will tell you to like get out, okay? But we can talk ourselves into staying just for a moment longer. Good. Beautiful. Okay. And then start to release that. Bring your hands back to the mat. Tops of the feet down, and then just give yourself a little shake here. Good. Okay. Stay here. Slide the feet towards the right side of the room. Good. Keep with your right foot where it is. Slide the left foot straight back. And then use this right hand, press the mat away from you, float left hand up. We're gonna come into side gate. Good. Once you're here, what I want you to do is turn the palm towards the front of the room, towards me. And then reach the fingers towards the jungle. I was like, what's there? Good. And once you have that, I want you to think about like finding as much length as you can. I want you to think of reaching the back toes away from the front foot, front hand away from the back foot. Good. Take one more breath here. And then use your exhale to release out. Bring the top hand down. Bring yourself back to where you started. Good. Now tuck the toes under again. Walk the hands back. Come back into your little seat. Okay. Good. And notice if it feels a little bit different. Now I'm feeling my other foot. It's like my other foot hadn't arrived yet to the party. Now it's here. Good. Beautiful. Let your hips get maybe a little bit heavier. Settle into this. Good. Okay. And then lift the hips away, bring the hands back. Okay, untuck the toes, give yourself a little love, release that. Okay. And then same thing we did on the other side. Slide the feet towards the left. Keep your left hand where it is, slide the right toe straight back. And then start to press the mat away from you, float. Right hand to the ceiling. Okay, once you have that, turn the palm to face me and then reach your fingertips towards the jungle. Good. And once again, find that expansion, find that length. Think of reaching the right fingers away from the right toes away from the right fingers. Okay, notice whatever that brings up. And then take one more breath here. Good. Use your exhale to release out. Come back to where you started. Good. Okay. Now tuck the toes under again. We're not going to sit back. Don't worry. Start to walk your hands back. Okay. And then press the mat away from you to lift your knees up. Good. Come onto your fingertips and then start to lift your hips up to the ceiling. Stay in your forward fold. Good. Once you're here, you can keep a soft bend in the knees. Okay. I want you to come into your fold with a bend in the knees so much so that you can bring your fingertips down to the ground. Good. Once you have that, let the head get heavy, especially the crown of the head. Okay, maybe do some yes and no's. We spend, as soon as we wake up, we spend the majority of our time, okay, and keeping the head upright from falling into gravity. Now let's work this posture. Okay, I want you to bend the knees so much so that your chest touches your thighs, tops of the thighs. Okay, yep. All right. Once you have that, wrap your hands around the back of your legs. Okay, if you're unsure, you can take a peek at me. Okay, get a nice hold. All right, and then start to keep that hold and try to send your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Okay, without taking your chest away from your thighs. Okay, so Selena, okay, bend. And bring your chest, yes. Now hold, yeah, okay. Now try to move your hips up and keep your chest, yeah. And the hamstrings, good. Okay, if you have any kind of tension in your hamstrings, this is where you're going to feel this. Good. Okay. And then go ahead and release that, fingertips to the ground. On your next inhale, come into a half lift, extend the heart forward, good. As you exhale, fold. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, extend the heart forward, hip bones back. Good. Exhale, bend the elbows and fold. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, extend, and exhale, fold. Good. Start to lift yourself all the way up and rise up into your Tadasana. Walk to the top of your mat, and then just take a moment, shake it out. Shake it out. Good. How's everyone doing? Good. Okay, good. All right, once we're here, you can place your feet a little bit wider, okay, kind of widen your stance a little bit. We're just gonna get into a little bit of energy movement, so I just want you to start to sway your arms. Okay. This is one of my favorite movements to start to wake things up, okay? And then I like to actually close my eyes because sometimes we get kind of self-conscious. And then start to grow the movement so much so that your arms just start to swing a bit harder. Okay? Maybe they start to kind of tap your body Sometimes I move my feet with me. Good. Beautiful. I want you to think of your arms as just kind of like they're just hanging. You're not controlling them. You're letting whatever happens, happens. Good. Okay. And then start to slow down the movement. Okay. Keep the eyes closed or the gaze soft. Okay. And then allow yourself to slowly just come back to standing and notice. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay. You can go ahead and bring the feet back a little bit closer. Come back to your regular stance. You can open the eyes. On your next inhale, float the fingers forward and up. And then as you exhale, bring the hands to your heart, fold forward. Good. Inhale here, extend the heart forward. Come into your half lift. And then exhale, bend the elbows and fold. Now, place the hands to the mat. So bend your knees enough so that you can do so. And then big step back with the left foot. Good. Once you have that, slide the left foot back a little bit more. Release the back knee down. And then slide the knee forward. We want to make sure we're on the top of the knee. Good. Once you have that, I want you to let the hips get heavy just for a moment. Okay. Try to move the right knee a little bit farther forward. Good. Then let's get back into the hamstrings. So start to walk the hands back. You're going to draw the right toes towards you. Flex the foot. Good. Notice. Okay, yeah, that's okay. And then walk the hands forward again. Come back to where you started. Beautiful. And then lead from the hips. Send the hips back. Walk the hands back. Flex the foot. Good. And then walk the hands forward again. Come back to where you started. Now we're going to send the hips back. Okay, come into our half splits here. Flex the foot, draw the toes towards you. Then I want you to think of trying to drag this right heel back. Good. Okay, that'll send the right hip bone back. Now fingertips to the ground. Inhale, extend the heart forward. As you exhale, fold, and then just stay here for a moment. Okay, keep trying to drag the heel back. Beautiful. Yeah, you're good. What? Everyone's individual. It depends on what's going on with you. I can't go low. My hips are like, nope. You can, but it's not, it doesn't, we'll talk about it later. Okay, yeah, good. All right, now lift the gaze. Okay, start to bring the right foot flat to the mat. Okay, place your hands, lift the back knee, and then step back foot to meet front foot. Good. Extend the heart forward, find some length in the spine, and then big step back, opposite foot. So left foot back, or right foot back. Yep. Slide the foot back, release the knee down, and then slide the knee forward. Good. Same thing we did. So let the hips get heavy. Okay, so we find a little bit of kind of openness into the front of the hip if you carry any tension there. And then start to walk the hands back, flex the front foot. Good. And then walk the hands forward. Okay, beautiful. And then walk the hands back, send the hips back. And then walk the hands forward. Good, beautiful. Last time, walk the hands back, and then we're gonna stay there. Flex the front foot, draw the heel back like you're trying to drag it back. Come onto your fingertips, okay? And then extend the heart forward, take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, fold. So we're getting into that kind of active resistance that we talked about yesterday. Okay. Keep trying to drag the heel back. Good. Beautiful. And then lift the gaze. Start to bend into the front knee. Tuck the back toes under. And then lift the back knee. Step the back foot to meet the front foot. Good. Come into your forward fold. Take a moment there. Beautiful. Okay, and then from here, inhale, extend the heart forward, and then as you exhale, step back into your first downward dog. Good. Okay, once you're in your downward dog, feel free to invite whatever movement you want. You can bend, pedal. Okay, I always find my first downward dog feels a little bit kind of funky. Okay, beautiful. All right. And then once you're here, I want you to take your feet a little bit wider. All right. Now, turn the heels in. Yes. Okay. And then start to press through the outer heels down towards the mat. Good. Notice whatever that wakes up. Okay. With your legs kind of being active, I want you to pay attention to your hands. So spread the fingers. Okay. Actively use your hands. So claw like a little kitty cat. Okay. And try to slide the mat forward and away from you. Good. Now lift the heels. Okay. And then turn the toes in, heels out. Okay. Now this time I want you to think of bringing your inner heels down towards the ground. So let them get heavy. Yes. Okay, notice what that kind of wakes up. Okay, once again, we pay attention to hands. So hands are active, clawing at the finger pads. Yes, we want to use the upper body, okay, to support us in this posture. Good, lift the heels. Bring yourself back to your regular down dog. And then shift the weight forward, lower all the way to the ground. Once you're down, tops of the feet down. Okay, press the feet down, especially the baby toe side down. Draw the hip bones down and forward so that we neutralize the sacrum. Bring the hands out to the side, come onto your fingertips. Yes. Okay, and then use this kind of connection to start to press the mat away from you. We're gonna come into like a little baby cobra here. Little half cobra, good. Okay, I want you to think of trying to slide yourself forward and then release down. Okay, and then let's do that again. Lift from the back of the heart first rather than the head. Let the head be the last to come up and then release. And we'll do that one more time. Lift from the back of the heart and then release. Bring the hands alongside your chest. You can tuck the toes under and find your way back into your downward dog, either through bent knees. You can press back up, however you need to get there. Good. Okay. On your next inhale, float the right foot up towards the ceiling. Okay. And then step the foot in between your hands. Good. Keep the back knee lifted. All right. Then I want you to think of squeezing the feet towards one another. Now, take the left hand out, maybe half a handprint away from you to the left side. Come on to the fingertips. So Mackenzie, you're going to go away from you. No, left hand away from you. There you go. Good. Okay. And then press the mat away from you. Reach the right hand up. Good. Okay. Now, once you're up, I want you to find that stability in the legs. Okay. As soon as we kind of involve the upper body, we can lose the connection to the lower body. So keep the back heel lifted. I want you to think of bringing the back inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Yes. Squeeze the feet towards one another. Now, with that strength, with that stability, all right, I want you to really reach that top. Yes. Now, if the palm is flat, come onto the fingertips. Okay. You guys are going to get really strong fingertips by the end of this. We use a lot of fingertips. Good. Okay. Now that you're on your fingertips, all right, I want you to try to hover the fingertips off the ground. You got it. You don't need your hand down. You don't need it. You don't need it. See? You don't need it. All right. So keep squeezing the feet towards one another. Hover the fingertips. Yeah. Now I want you to imagine I'm above you. Okay. I'm up there. All right. And I'm reaching down for you. I'm going to grab a hold of your hand. Okay. And I'm going to bring you all the way up, 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 up. Lift the torso. Lift the torso. Yeah. 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 And then arms will extend away from you. Your chest will be facing towards me. There you go. So you didn't need your hand down. Good. Okay, now keep squeezing the feet towards one another. Right? We want the legs to be strong. We want them to support these kind of postures. Good. Lift the heart and think of reaching and extending the fingers away from one another. Good. Now we're going to lead from this front hand, okay? And I want you to start to slowly bring the left hand down, down, down. No, right hand stays where, yep, keep going down. Yep, 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 until you touch down. And then open up your twist once again. No, touch down, touch, good. And then come into, no, touch down. Yeah. No, and we're going to stay there. Yeah, we're staying there. Yeah. Good. There we go. So right back to where we started. Good. Now send the gaze down, bring the top hand to the mat, and step back to your downward dog. Good. Okay. Let's do the other side. So float the left foot up. Okay. Step the foot in between your hands. Okay, and then bring the right hand, maybe half a handprint, a full handprint out to the side. We want to create some space so that we can find a bit more openness into this open twist. Once you have that, come onto the fingertips. Good. Back heel is lifted, feet squeeze towards one another, raise the left hand up towards the ceiling. So your chest now will face towards the left side of the room. Yep, left hand up, beautiful. Okay, and then reset the legs, all right? You felt on the other side, as soon as you let your legs go and you forget about them, okay, then you start to feel wobbly. Okay, you're good. Okay, keep squeezing the feet towards one another. Now I want you to hover the fingertips. These guys are like, we want up. Grab a hold of my hand, bring me up. Okay, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Okay, now I'm grabbing a hold. All right, I'm gonna lift you up, up, up. See how much more stable you feel on this side? Okay, once you kind of tap into that stability, this will help support any of this kind of movement. So you have that, extend the fingers away, keep the back heel lifted and lift the back inner thigh. Try to press that up towards the ceiling. Good. Now, same thing we did on the other side. You're gonna lead with this right hand and start to slowly, with control, reach it, touch it down, and then reach the left hand up. Take a deep inhale here. Good, and then exhale, bring that top hand down, step back, downward dog. Beautiful, ladies. Good. Okay, on your next inhale, shift the heart forward. As you exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Tops of the feet down. All right. Press the tops of the feet down, hip bones down and forward. Take the hands out to the side. Come onto the fingertips. And then use an inhale. Lift from the back of the heart. Rise up, whatever your height is. And then use your exhale, release. Good. Okay, do that 2 more times. So Victoria, fingertips will be out to the side. Yep, 2 more times that way. Lead with your breath. Okay, lead from the back of the heart. Remember those pauses. Okay, try not to pause and hold the breath in between. 1 more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Right back down. Good. Bring the hands alongside your body. Find your way back into your downward dog. Either press back up through plank. Okay, you can bend the knees, however you need to get there. Good. Okay. On your next inhale, float the right heel up towards the ceiling. Okay, step the foot in between your hands. Good. Okay, so we're going to revisit what we did. All right, so bring the hand out to the side. Squeeze the feet towards one another. Left hand floats to the ceiling. Sorry, right hand floats to the ceiling. Okay, once you have that, you're going to rise up, rise up, rise up. Good. Okay, now sweep the back hand down and around. Both fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Okay, now you're going to revolve the left heel down and open into your warrior 2. There you go. Good. Okay, beautiful. Extend the fingers away from one another. Now that we're in our warrior 2, I want you to press the back outer foot into the mat. Okay. Think of trying to take the back inner thigh away from you, bend into the front knee and lower through that front sit bone. Good. Lift the heart. Let the shoulders soften. Beautiful. Take 1 more breath here. Good. Okay. And then release the hands to the mat. Lift the back heel. Downward dog. Hands to the mat. Back heel. Downward dog. Good. Let's do the other side. So float left heel up towards the ceiling. Okay. Step the foot in between your hands. Okay, so we're going to come into that open twist. So take that right hand out to the side, come on to the fingertips, left hand floats to the ceiling. Okay, legs, no, other side. Yeah, there you go. No, other side. Yep, no, other side. Yep, there you go. Okay, good. Then squeeze the feet towards one another. Use that spilly, rise up, rise up, rise up. Good. And then sweep the back hand around. We're coming into high lunge just for a second. And then we revolve the back heel down. We open into our warrior 2. Good. Okay, and then revisit your foundation. All right, so you're going to bend into that front knee, lower through the sit bone. Okay, back inner thigh presses away from you, and the back outer heel and outer foot presses into the mat. Good. Lift the heart, okay, and allow the shoulders to soften. Find softness in through the jaw. Good. Take 1 more breath here, and then use your exhales. Bring the hands to the mat. Lift the back heel. Step back. Downward dog. Good. As you inhale, shift the heart forward, lower all the way to the mat. Okay, don't worry about if you're going through chaturanga, just lower down. Good. Tops of the feet down and forward, hip bones down and forward. And then keep the hands towards you and then lift from the back of the heart on your inhale. Come into cobra. Just 1 cobra here. Yep. And then exhale, release down. Okay. And find your way back into your downward dog. Good. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So from here, you're going to walk your feet to your hands. So you'll come to the top of the mat. Yeah. Good. Okay. And then bring yourself all the way up. Head is the last to come up. Good. Shake it out. Hi. Okay. Good. All right. So you're going to bring the weight onto your left foot. Okay. All right. So shift the weight onto your left foot. And then draw the right knee towards you. Give yourself a little hug with the right knee. Good. Okay. Now once you're here, flex the foot. Yeah. Try to hug the knee a little bit closer. Beautiful. Okay. Now you're going to keep right hand on the knee, right hand on the shin. You're going to turn the knee out and then reach for the inside or the outside of the foot with the right hand. Yes. Okay. Once you have that, you can release the hold. Okay. Now you can bring your left hand, Jesus, right and lefts today. Left hand to your waist. Okay. Bring a soft bend into the standing leg and then start to extend the right heel away from you. Don't worry about if your leg gets straight. Okay. Good. All right. If you have any tension in your hamstrings, typically your leg will not be so straight. Once you have that, I want you to flex the right foot. Okay. Try to press the heel away from you as you draw the right shoulder back. Yes, hand to foot. Hello, good morning. Good. This is always when I'm like, yes, I have tight hamstrings. Hello. Good. Okay. Now, option to stay here. Okay. And be here for a moment, or you can start to open the right foot out to the side. It's completely up to you. Everyone's like, maybe not. Good. Okay. All right, release that. Let's try the other side. Yeah, of course. Okay. Good. Okay, so let's do the other side. So shift the weight now onto the right leg. Soft bend in the knee. Okay. Hug that hip in. Draw the left knee to your chest. So give yourself a moment to settle. Find something to focus on. All right. Good. Draw the knee a little bit closer. Keep right hand on your shin. Reach to the outside of your foot or your ankle, whatever you need to bind. Okay, and it's actually easier if you reach to the inside. So reach to the inside. Nope. Reach the left hand through the, yes. And then hold on to the outside. Hold on to the outside of the foot. There you go. Okay, once you have that, you can release. Take a moment, find your balance. Soft bend in the knee. Okay, and then start to extend, extend, extend. Good. This is always when I'm like, how dirty are my feet? Good. Okay. Now, once you have that, press the heel away from you. Draw. Okay. Draw that left shoulder back. Okay. Almost imagine like you're trying to plug the arm bone into the socket. Okay. Soft bend in the knee once again. And then press the heel away from you. Draw the shoulder back. Good. Option to stay here or open the foot out to the side. Now this right hand that's just kind of hanging like a spaghetti, yeah. Either bring the hand to the waist, okay, or bring it to your heart. Good. Beautiful. Okay. And then wherever you went with it, come back to center. Okay, release, bring the knee to your chest, and then circle out, and then slowly let it release. Good. Let it go. We good? Okay. Okay. Pardon? Yes. As soon as you open your, you're like, oh, there you are. You kind of get out of your own way. Okay. All right. Go ahead and bring your feet towards one another. Okay. And then come into your forward fold. Okay. Fingertips to the ground. Lift the heels and start to bend the knees. Good. Okay. So bend the knees. Yep. So you're in like a little baby squat. There you go. Once you're here, open the knees out to the side. Good. And then I want you to think of trying to send the heels towards the mat, sit bones back, and then walk the hands a little bit forward. Okay. The heels may or may not touch the ground. It doesn't matter. It's kind of whatever's going on with your ankle. Good. Let the back of the neck open up, so let the head get heavy. Okay. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Let yourself settle. Okay. And as you're settling too, what I want you to think about, okay, is trying to send the heels and hips back. Good. Okay. And then begin to lift the gaze. Okay. I can't find a graceful way out of this, so I'll start to walk the hands behind you and let your supples touch down. Good. Okay. Once you're here, bring the feet a little bit farther in front of you, and then that same thing we kind of did at the beginning of class, just let the knees rock side to side, side to side. Good. Okay, do one more each side, even it out, and then bring the knees back to center. Okay, you're going to extend the right leg away from you. Okay, and then bring and cross the left ankle over the right knee. I will face you all. Yes, okay, good. Flex this foot.
Which ankle?
Other side, yep. Okay, good. Okay, now flex the right foot. Beautiful. Bring the fingertips alongside your hips. Lift up and out of your pelvis. Good. And then just start to walk your hands forward. Okay. Once again, hamstrings. All right, good. And go as far forward as suits you. Okay. Once you've found that space, let the head get heavy. Let yourself settle here. Notice. Okay. And then send your attention to the right foot. I want you to flex the foot. Okay, so we use that flexion, right, to actively kind of work this posture. Good. Okay, even think of sending your hip bones back as you try to reach your heart forward and notice what that does. Good. Beautiful. Start to lift the gaze, lift from the back of the heart. Okay, bring your chest up again. Good. You can use your hands for support. You're going to slide the right foot towards you. Okay, so that's bent. And then once you're here, you can either shift the foot towards you or shift your hips, whatever towards your foot, whatever feels okay to you. Good. Okay, and then always take a peek. You don't want your foot to kind of be midline. Yeah, you kind of want to line it up with your hip. Good. Once you have that, flex the top foot. Lift the heart. Good. And then try to bring the heart and chest towards that left shin. Okay, but the left knee plays hard to get and moves away from you. Kind of notice what that does. All right, once you have that, send your focus to your left hip and try to draw it down towards the ground. And see what that does. Good. And breathe here. Good. Okay. Take one more breath. And then actively soften. Let all that go. Okay. You might have to wiggle the right foot a little bit away from you. You're going to take your left hand, grab a hold of the outside of the left foot. Yep. Once you have that, extend the left foot away from you. Good. Okay. Your right hand, all right, you can keep it behind you. You can gently hold on. Okay. But what I want you to do here is now try to press the heel away from you. Draw the left shoulder back. Doesn't matter if the leg is straight. Good. Okay, lift the heart. Beautiful. And then open it out to the side, just a couple inches. Yeah. Just kind of shifts the perspective of this posture. Good. Okay. Bring that foot back to where you started. Okay. And then we're going to start to reach it until you release it all the way down. And then release the bind. I'm going to take the right ankle and cross. Good. Okay. Adjust whatever you need to. Flex both feet, so draw the toes towards you. Fingertips alongside your hips. Lift the heart. Okay. And then start to walk the hands forward. Okay. Good. Keep flexing that foot. Okay. It changes the posture if your foot is just kind of spaghetti. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's not bad. All right. If you're doing maybe more of a restorative version of this posture, okay, you would soften both feet. But what I want to get into is some active engagement here, some active resistance. Okay. When you're lengthening and trying to kind of stretch those muscles, right? It's nice to focus on strength as you're stretching. Good. Okay. Start to lift the gaze, lift the torso, bring the hands for support. Slide the left foot towards you, and then shift yourself forward, okay, to whatever space works for you. Okay. Flex the right foot. And then once again, lift the heart, okay? And then try to move the chest towards the inner shin and move the inner right knee away from you. Good. Once you have that, send your focus to the right hip and try to draw it down towards the ground. Good. Okay, notice your breath. Okay. Notice whatever sensations you're feeling or not feeling. Beautiful. Okay. And then on your next exhale, let everything soften. Slow chi, yes. You can kind of scooch the foot away from you if you need to. Reach with the right hand towards the outer right foot, and then extend the foot away from you. Okay. Left hand is wherever is comfortable for you. Okay. Press the heel away from you as you draw. Okay. That left shoulder back. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Good. And then open the foot out to the side a little bit. Okay, so same thing, pressing the heel away from you, drawing the left shoulder back, or right shoulder back. Good. Okay. Bring yourself back to center. Okay. And then with control, slowly lower, lower, lower. Release it down. Extend both legs down, shake it out. Okay, we're going to start to make our way onto our back. I want you to bring your blue, the light blue block with you. Okay, actually bring both blocks with you. Place the darker blue block towards the back of the mat. Okay, and once you have your block, bend your knees, feet flat to the mat. Good, and you're gonna, we're going to come onto our backs and then go into bridge. Okay, so you're going to bring the block with you, lower back. Yep, lower back. Yep, go onto your back. Nope, just lower back. Yeah, good. There we go. Okay. Now set your feet up however works for you for your bridge. So you can draw them a little bit closer towards your body. You can create a little bit of width. Okay, and we're going to get into supportive bridge here. So you're going to take the block, place it brickwise, so widthwise, how I'm holding it, and either baby bear or mama bear. Okay. You're going to use your feet to press the mat away from you and place the block at your sacrum. Good. Okay, so that's the space that lives, okay, below, okay, the arch in your lower back and just above your tailbone. Okay. Once you have that, arms can be wherever feels good to you. You can open them out to the side, bend the elbows. All right. Good. Let the knees, the thighs, let the chest get soft. Settle into the breath here. Okay, and maybe invite a little bit more softness into the hips. Okay, letting gravity support you. So you can stay with the block where it is, okay? Your body will kind of let you know in the next posture we're gonna do. You're gonna keep the left foot where it is and extend the right heel to the top of the mat and release it, okay? So the right leg gets straight, yep, and release it. There you go, good. Okay, and then just let the foot be soft here. Okay, if it falls out to the side, let it fall out to the side. If this feels a little bit weird for those who are on the higher edge of the block, you can set it up so that you're on the baby bear. Otherwise, stay where you are. Okay, for my runners, this is a really good kind of stretch for you to bring into your practice. Okay. then let's shift the perspective a little bit here. You're just going to move the right foot over to the right side, maybe like 2-3 inches. So you can lift it up and move it over. Just a subtle movement. No, towards it. Yep. Towards the right side. Yep. There you go. Good. And then let it soften. Good. Beautiful. Okay. And then bring the right foot back towards the midline and then place the right foot to the ground. Okay, let's do the other side. So extend the left heel away from you. Let it release. Let the foot get soft. Let the thighs, the calves, the knees get soft. Front of the hips soft. And then shifting the perspective a little bit again. Okay, move the left foot over just a couple inches. Maybe it's 1 inch, maybe it's 2 inches. Good. And then let it be soft once again. Then begin to bring the left foot back to where you just moved it from. And then bend the knee, place the sole of the foot to the mat. Good. Okay. And then use that connection to gently lift the hips away from the block. Okay, move the block out to the side. And then release the hips down. Good. Let the knees shift side to side, or you can butterfly the knees, open and close. Whatever kind of feels good to you. And then moving with this sense of ease, bring one knee into your chest and the other knee into your chest. Okay, we're going to take full happy baby. All right. So you're going to open the knees towards the outer ribs and then reach to the inside of the knees to hold on to the calves, the shins, the outer feet, whatever kind of works for you, for your bind. And then soles of the feet face up towards the ceiling. So we're in happy baby. Soles of the feet, yep. There you go. Okay, and either holding onto the ankles, the outer feet. Okay, there you go. Okay, and then let's take 3 breaths here in active resistance. So I want you to think of drawing the knees down towards the ground. Okay, and then try to resist that as you press the soles of the feet away from you. Working in that space for your 3 breaths. Okay. And then once you've moved through those 3 breaths, let everything be soft. Okay. You can stay in stillness, you can invite some movement here, whatever feels good to you. And we'll stay here for one more breath. And then you can release the bind, hug the knees one last time into your chest. Good. Okay, if you want to curl up into a little ball, feel free to do so. And then release your body into your Shavasana, so extending the legs towards the front of the mat. Okay. If you like, you can place the little pillow block underneath your head, or you can stay as you are. Okay, good. Let things soften and settle. Taking a moment as you soften and settle to recheck in physical body, mental body, emotional body. Begin to bring your awareness back into your body. And then with that awareness, start to invite movement into the feet and toes, the hands and fingers. And then start to grow that movement. You can stretch the arms behind you. A nice supine stretch, almost like you're waking up from like the best deep rest. Good. And go ahead and hug the knees into your chest, taking your time. Begin to roll onto whatever side feels good to you, whether it's the right or the left. And then let yourself settle there. Let the bones get heavy. The gravity and the ground beneath you support you. And then staying with that sense of ease and softness, begin to bring your body back up and find your seat. You can keep the eyes closed or gaze soft. And once you're in your seat, just let everything be soft for a moment. Let the hands rest wherever feels good. Even let your spine get really soft, almost a little bit slouchy. And then from that space of softness, I want you to start to lift the heart, the spine, get a little bit longer. Good. And then bring one hand to your heart, the other hand over top. Taking a moment to settle into this space. And sharing a silent thank you to your body, to the strength and courage it takes to be where you are and do what you're doing. And then bringing the palms down in front of the heart. And gently start to lift the gaze, let the eyes softly open, taking in your surroundings. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you for practicing and moving and for being here. You can release your hands. Good. How's everyone feeling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
Relax.
Relaxed? Good. Good. Okay, okay. So they've got it set, and I think they're just waiting on us to move. Okay, so we'll clean up you can leave your mats here if you want to spray them down or just leave them. Okay, we don't need to move anything because we're going to be coming back here. Okay, so feel free to do whatever you need to before breakfast, and then we'll move into breakfast. Okay? Okay, good. Okay, you're welcome.
those mosquitoes love me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest, yeah, spray yourself because of the
So much.
the humidity, and then as you sweat, it starts to attract them. Yeah. Yeah, they've got some eco spray at the front, so yeah.
I have some trash.
Okay.
I think they maybe like tasted me on arrival,
Yeah.
and I think when a certain amount of mosquitoes bite you, at some point we're like, oh no, too many other mosquitoes had her. I don't want her anymore.
Like, we're done with her.
At one point, I saw one of your legs.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I saw one on your hand.
Come and just do something, but I'm like, oh, I'm gonna scare her.
I know, she had one in her hand, and I was like
Oh yeah.
dying to like go and smack it on you.
Biting my feet like this. I think.
Hello.
And it's not super sticky or disgusting.
Good morning. Okay. What?